Hello everyone, I am here with my rabbit Laku. You can see him here. And I just decided to create a new video log where I'm going to say why I stopped playing different kinds of games that I will stop playing eventually. This first game that I'm going to talk about is Vainglory. I've been playing Vainglory for over a year. It's a great game. I really like it. It's like a MOBA, but for mobile, only 3 versus 3 instead of more typical ones like League of Legends or Dota 2, where it's 5 versus 5. And there are a lot of good things about the game. The games are really short in time, they're not that lengthier as League of Legends or Dota 2 are. They're pretty good. The mobile interface really works. You do a lot of small clicks, and but it's good to navigate. It works pretty well. There are a lot of heroes that you can select, so you can really adapt to which ones you like more, what style, if you're more defensive, if you're more, if you like to be more aggressive. So there's a lot of different heroes that you can adjust yourself to and find out which ones you prefer. It also has a very good and balanced freemium system, which I really liked. They don't force you to buy anything. Most of the players end up buying things like skins or early access to heroes, but you don't really have to. You can play the whole game without doing that, and it really works very well. And they also keep getting updates very regularly. So new heroes, new skins, they balance the heroes regularly. So it really works very well. It's a very good game. And now I will tell you why I decided to stop playing it. So for one, it's very slow on older devices. So if you have an older iPad, you need a new machine. I ended up buying an NVIDIA K1 tablet, and even on the NVIDIA K1 tablet, it's already slow. You notice that some effects are not working very well. You can't put the resolution on high, or it uses too much battery, so it's becoming a bit heavy. It was already heavy, but since the latest update, it's becoming even more. So that's an issue. You end up feeling like you need to have a state-of-the-art device to really be competitive with the other people. And I'm a competitive person. I like playing competitively. So for me, it influences a lot. It increases the frustration when you can't get there and you notice that it's something that it's beyond your control. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to stop playing it. The other reason is that the mobile interface works well on the way you can control it, but when you're down to very fast actions, it's very easy for you to misclick and ruin the whole action. And when you are doing skirmishes, which you need to respond very quickly and do the right action, and you misclick by some reason, it really can kill a play and can lead to a lot of frustration. Most of the times it works, but there are some times, at least twice every game that I play, there's some errors that happen during the most important battles. There are clearly from the mobile system not really working very well, or it detects a drag instead of a click, stuff like that, or a tap that taps on the wrong place and you don't activate the skill on time to hit on the right place. So lots of those small things. The other issue that I have with the game right now is that it has a very long load time. When you start the game, it takes like 30 seconds just to launch the game itself. So if by some mistake you were in the middle of a match and closed the match by dragging the menu and clicking the close the button by mistake, then when you try to relaunch, it takes at least 30 seconds and you're completely out of the match by then. It doesn't happen very often because you get used to when you notice that you did get dragged by mistake and there's the bar there, which on the Android it's exactly underneath the skills, so you will tap there next. When you're in the middle of a skirmish, it's very easy to click the close button, but you end up getting used to it and not clicking it when you notice that you did the drag by mistake, and you just, well, you have to wait a second or so for the drag to go away, which can mean that you're screwed on a team fight, but well, it is what it is. Um, there's also a large queue time wait. Usually it can take up to 5 minutes just waiting for a new game to get started. When you get the game, then you are on the draft phase. On the draft phase, there's 30 seconds for each person to select their hero. And what has been happening lately is that when people are not comfortable with the draft that they got, they just close the application and not play the game. So that forces the other people who are waiting for the game to start to be reset, and they will have to wait another few seconds for another game to get started and a new draft to occur, and hope that everyone is happy with that draft choices. So I don't think it's penalized enough that people try to skip the games that they have. That can take usually you wait around 5 minutes to get a game, and then it adds up a few more minutes, so it can go up to 10 minutes just waiting for a game to start, which is stupid because you're just looking at the tablet waiting for a game, and you waste like 10 minutes of your life just waiting for the game to start, not actually playing. Okay, and another reason that I'm stopping to play the game is because there's a very large quantity of competitive people, but they're not competitive in a nice way. They're what I call the competitive retards. They're extremely fast to blame. If something doesn't go the way they want it to go, they start blaming other people. Even if the mistake was theirs, they always blame other people. And it gets extremely frustrating when you're trying to deal with a team and your teammates keep blaming you for everything you do or not responding to what you're asking them to do. And especially on Vainglory, since you can't really communicate by text or by voice, unless you have fixed teammates. I'm talking about the solo queue here, where you have random teammates. It's very easy to get frustrating, either because the draft didn't go their way, they start to throw the game, they annoy you with pings, they blame you for anything that happens, they don't take into account that, for example, you didn't have the skill that you needed, the active skill on your hero to help them when they were expecting you to help them. They just don't understand most of what you are going through, and they blame immediately other people for that. It's not uncommon that you start a game with people blaming the other teammates for the game already being lost while the game is still starting, just getting played, so there's every chance that you can still win, and they're already with a losing mentality. And that just ruins the fun, ruins the mood, ruins your confidence to play the actual game. So I try to ignore that, of course, and try to play as nice as I can, and be considerate to others. But it just builds up, and you start getting frustrated with dealing with these kind of people all the time. And like, you play 3 games, and on 2 of them there's one of these guys lying around, either on your team or on the other team. So the game just becomes silly and frustrating. So, and then you end up wasting 30 minutes of your life dealing with an idiot that's not actually having fun or letting you have fun. The developers try to mitigate this a lot. You can report people for intentionally losing or being rude when you're rude with pings. But I don't think it really works very well. It's still extremely frustrating to deal with these kind of people. So it just killed all the fun on the game, for me at least. They sometimes, even at the end of the game, they add you as a friend, and at least I always ended up just staring at the checkbox. Should I accept? Should I not accept? I accept, and they insult, and then they leave. So they're not really even giving you any feedback. Sometimes the feedback that they give you is that you suck on this hero, please don't play this again, ever. So they don't tell you why, they don't tell what they would have done if they were you. They just insult you and leave. So I call these people just retards. They're probably teenagers, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Or they think they know what they're doing, but they're just being assholes. And well, I don't want to play with assholes anymore. I'm too old for that shit. So yeah, I would like to play competitively. If I had a fixed team, I would probably do it and try to reach higher levels. Right now I'm on tier 8, and I think the maximum is 10. So I reached pinnacle of awesome, which is level 8, and I think that's as far as I can go without a team. I try to create a guild to try to figure out to get more regular teammates, but it's very hard. Most of the good players already have their guilds or their teams, so they're not really interested in joining yours. And yeah, so I just decided to, you know, fuck it. I'm too old for this shit. I just concluded it's a huge time waster, so decided to record this video, not just to lash out at the other people who have been ruining my fun with the game, but also to remind myself of why I decided to quit the game. And I think I'm going to use it as regular video log thing, which I can do with other games and do sort of reviews of games, trying to say both the positive and the negative things. So yeah, so I don't want to focus too much on the negative things of Vainglory. So if you like Vainglory, you don't really need to play competitive all the time. You can also play Battle Royale or casual games. Or if you play with friends, I think it's a lot better because you have those regular teammates and you can really improve. You can play together and improve. I don't have anyone else who plays Vainglory with me, so I'm sad and lonely. So that's why I ended up with solo queue, and I'm a competitive gamer, so that's why I tried the solo queue and try to push the solo queue as further as I could possibly go. And yeah, I think I could still level up a few more games, a few more levels, maybe reach Vainglorious, but I don't think it's worth the frustration anymore. It's just too silly. So yeah, so good luck everyone. Enjoy playing Vainglory if you're into Vainglory, or well, if you're not and you're just watching this video for the hell of it, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video on my channel and that kind of stuff. So bye bye everyone, take care. And Laco says hi as well. Say hi, Laco. Oh, well, he's a bit asleep, so he doesn't say hello. So bye from me and from him.